Okay, hi everyone. We're back with more Fusion Randomizer. This time the race between Herculesbenchpress and ArmyofWon. This race was scheduled very last minute, so we were just doing setup in like the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Thank you for being patient while we got it set up. The race has already started technically, so with the restream we will be seeing them start very shortly. Clue Kitty is doing tracking for this race. Thank you, Clue. And they are off. Due to the late, last-minute nature of this race, I am doing solo commentary. But yeah, I'm sure it'll work out. I'll try my best to hold the fort together. Maybe someone else might pop in later if someone becomes available. Yeah. In the meantime, oh, armies restream having an issue. I hope that can get solved. I think there's syncing going on. Oh, there we go. That is probably because of the syncing. Okay, so both of them making their way to the data room to get their starting item. Yeah, just a sync. Just wasn't sure about that. Um, yeah, so pretty much for those who have not watched a Fusion Randomizer race before, um, we're playing these seeds on difficulty 2 of the randomizer, which means they can start with one of the three following starting items: the morph ball, missiles, or speed booster. And which of the three you get has implications on how the rest of the seed and the race will progress. And Herc is picking up his speed booster. Oh wow! We saw two speed booster stars during the previous match I commentated earlier today with ArmyofWon. And once again, we're seeing a speed booster start. So it's been a lot of speed booster today. Let's see how this goes. This means they're not visiting Arachnis immediately, since they don't have missiles. That would be the vanilla start. And we have no idea when they will be picking up morph or missiles, but they don't have a huge amount of checks they can make with just speed boosters, so it shouldn't take all that long. Audio is down. I'm now hearing it. Yeah. I think it's just because of the late setup that things were just still getting sorted out, but here we go. For saying blame Clue. Blame Clue on that one. And Herc nicely making the Shine Park store trick while Army dropped it. And her getting his ice beam. That's not what you want to see right now, not at all. But yeah, so he'll have to go into Sector 2 most likely. That's the place where a few checks can be made with just Speed Booster. Army trying again, and this time, oh, why did he go back? Okay, he made it. That was weird that he went back, but he got it after all. He'll also be picking up his ice beam, and Herc has indeed gone into Sector 2. And he won't have to do the cargo jump. Let's see what is behind the cargo here. Oh, that is the morph ball. Yeah, this is common with a speed wizard start, getting the morph ball here behind the cargo. Enervoid Walker asking, I don't normally watch Fusion Random. What would you say is the expected level of Curse for Seed? It depends on the start. With a Speed Booster start, it's kind of the medium level. The least cursed is usually a missile start. Medium cursed is Speed Booster is this start. And then the most cursed is usually Morph Ball. But it can still vary. It all depends on the seed. It's all RNG. I don't know if I don't think Army did the cargo check yet. I think he just went straight to unlock the blue hatches. They're both doing that now. Yeah, it didn't look like Army checked cargo. And the Jagger strats. Okay, yeah. the swag. I didn't see that. Thanks once again also for to Clue for tracking, because otherwise it would be very difficult doing solo commentary while also tracking. This is already enough going on. Herc going to check this Sector 2 data room. And Army is also on the way to do that. Let's see what they find here. High jump! Getting a few nice items early. But they still need missiles to unlock a lot. And also, of course, bomb, but missile is the most urgent. I'm glad Chad is picking up the slack for my lack of very technical commentary, because I'm not a speedrunner and I'm pretty new to this whole thing, so I don't have the most knowledge. I just to help you folks understand, well, not necessarily understand, but follow at least what's going on. Are we getting their morph ball? Herc is going out of Sector 2. I think they are going to Sector 3, yeah. They can do a few checks there. So also still not very much while they don't have missiles and bomb data. Army also going out of Sector 2. Also likely to visit Sector 3 now. Herc picking up another major here in, I think this is Telltale Heart, this location is called, missile data. Army just picked something up in the cubbyhole that I missed. What was the cubbyhole? But yeah, the missile data is very nice. You get in Sector 3. Oh, and tank just... Well, health is also important, but yeah, that's not exactly what you want to see. Herc with slightly better routing there for this race to just go immediately to Sector 3, but Army is also not going to follow, so not far behind. And Herc with missiles can go do the Sector 1 loop, or he can go to Arachnus. He can also do a check in Sector 4, I think. But yeah, he's going to Sector 1. This kind of makes most sense with what he has now. Sector Arachnus is a bit out of the way. So it's also often checked early. It just depends on how you want to route. Oh, he's saved. He's leaving. He's probably now going to do Arachnus first. And if it's nothing, he'll reset to do Sector 1. Yep. Looks like that is what Herc is doing. Army is doing a check here. Sector 3, that's... Please. Yeah, I agree with Autumn. This is signature plays. I've seen him do this a number of times already. It's definitely different routing than what Army is doing, but we'll see how this works out. It all depends in Randomizer. Items in the seat are laid out. Army also picking up their missile data. Herc getting thrown off by high jump. Yeah, I can imagine you're not used to having a high jump this early in the game. But with Randomizer, we've gotten used to a lot of wacky things, so it's not that unusual for a Randomizer. Randomizer in itself is just a very different beast from vanilla, with how you get items, the sequence, and then how you go through the games just being completely different. And also just different logic and stuff like not encountering the SDX and whatever. in the rooms also differing a bit and whatnot. Heat runs are indeed enabled, damage runs. That is why it's good to get some E-tanks early, because otherwise it can get very dangerous. We've seen a few races where that was pretty deciding. People dying in damage runs multiple times. Arachne's area so far not paying off for her, but Army is also going that way. So Army is indeed following the same path as her. Did not go for the immediate Sector 1 play. All E-tanks so far. I mean, it's nice, but you also gotta get some major items. Would be nice to get bomb data soon. I was just thinking maybe space jump could be on the table, and yes, indeed, Arachnis has space jump. Not an Arachnis special for once, that is the E-tank. But actually, you can scratch that off on your bingo card. Boss has a major. And yeah, if you don't know about the chat, we have a bingo card. If someone can link that in the chat, you can play along with Fusion Randomizer Bingo. People always call space jump space junk. I personally don't agree with it. I like space jump, but then again, I'm a scrub. I'm not actually a speedrunner. Certainly not a fusion speedrunner, so I can't really speak on the same level. But I like space jump. It puts Crumble City in. Well, it helps put Crumble City into logic. I like Crumble City, and I think just it gives more movement options, which I, as a scrub, a casual fusion player, like. I missed which sector Herc has gone into. It's Sector 1, yeah. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, it makes sense for Herc to now do Sector 1, while Army is quickly killing Reckless. Not quite as quickly as he could if he had some more items, but he's doing his best. There we go. Army did not reset out of Space Jump. Neither of them did. I think that's a good play. I mean, Space Jump could be very helpful, or potentially even mandatory for some, or at least logically mandatory for some checks, for some majors. Herc picking up bomb there. 1. That's very nice. Now the seed is opening up quickly. Herc making the swag shine spark through this lava room, but only finding E-tanks so far. Let's see what's in the bottom. We gotta do a bit of a damage run for this with this many E-tanks. No problem. And he's also just entered Sector 1. So far they're following the same routing very much, but the army's just a bit behind. Oh, not far. The Dr. RM in chat saying, why do I feel the next item they'll find is Grav? It's possible. I mean, I don't know exactly why you would think that, but it's possible? Herc finding the fusion, so it wasn't Grav. Well, the fusion gives them a way out of lower sector 4, so that's nice. When they have gravity suit, they can open red door lock. I think the audio got switched to Herc's audio. I think we had some audio issues earlier, but it's now we yeah. Desync? Yeah, the audio is slightly out of sync. Also louder than. So I don't think that particular issue is desync. It's not ideal. Yeah, I was just saying that bro meme, an early draft would allow them to go, or at least lower 64, open red lock. It just opens a ton of the game. Army getting his diffusion as Herc is trying to get his Shine Sparks trick here to do the check above the charge core X. And he's now having to farm up on green X. So if you have that on your bingo card, farming green X can be struck true. I think the audio got lowered. Yeah. Best green to farm. Yeah, that's not a good place to have to farm green X at all. Oh, and he finally killed the Ghidorah, the Idor, and Army the 2. Yeah, now with Herc having to farm there, Army has caught up. And Herc getting the trick first try. Nice job. Army also looking like he will. Yep. Very nicely done, but both are only rewarded with a missile tank. Yeah, Ghidorah, yeah. I wasn't sure on the name there for a second. No, it wasn't a PB tank, Greg. It's an energy tank they're getting here. But yeah, it's indeed not a major charge corrects itself not paying off. So far in this Sector 1, they found bomb data and diffusion. And also now ice missiles, so they're getting a lot of freezing effects here all of a sudden. Well, they've got them all now. They got ice beam early in the cubby, no, not in the cubby, in the check above the main elevators. And then now in this sector, they got both diffusion and ice missiles, so all ice combo indeed. Not exactly what they want to see, but well, it's out of the way now at least, and now any majors that they get will either be ones that are tracked or super missiles, which are also nice to get just because it helps with bosses and it's good. As Eurovis is saying, just need supers for full missile combo. I don't know what just happened that Army is suddenly behind Herc again. They were pretty synced up a moment ago, but now Herc is ahead a bit. I missed what happened. I was too busy looking at chat, I think. Army up. Oh yeah, it's because Herc already picked up the bomb data earlier, but Army is only just now doing that check. That explains. Yeah, so now they're synced up on items again, and Herc has gone into Sector 3. What will Army do? I think probably also go into Sector 3 to unlock Green Lock. Make some checks there. Herc doing this check that I think Army already did earlier. It's only an E-tank. But Herc can also check the following check here with a speed booster. Barely making it. I think it was almost running out there, the short Shine Spark. Had a bit of trouble there, but got it. And Army is is leaving Sector 1, yeah? Because for a second that he was already entering another sector. Oh, Army is going in another direction. Is Army going Sector 4? Ooh, now that is now that we've been seeing a lot of early Sector 4 plays, and yeah, this kind of seems like the choice here. Either going to Sector 3 for green lock, the Scarf is just unlocked, or going to Sector 4 and hoping that pays off. You have the bomb data now, you have the diffusion. You can do pretty much all the checks in Sector 4 at this point already, so except for the PB check here below. He can't. Well, he can look at what it is with the speed booster, but he can't actually get the item yet. And Army didn't go do the diffusion check first, so he's just gonna do the regular Sector 4 run through first. Herc picking up various suit in Sector 3. And lower right Sector 3. That is a nice pickup, I think. It helps with the damage runs. And just... I mean, it's not necessarily area you want, but it helps. Army in the pump control room in Sector 4, lowering the water level, but only finding a missile tank there. Jumping over it, doesn't need any more necessarily right now. Makes sense. Adam's getting a major on Ceres vibe today. Could be, could not be, you never know. Army is going to do Ceres. He did not check the items that are technically behind Ceres, if you go via Ceres. So he's just gonna do Ceres now, and Herc is still in Sector 3, I believe. I didn't follow her for Sector. I'm not sure what's going on with him. Yeah, he's going towards Box, it looks like. Yep. Herc is gonna fight Box, while Army is going to fight Ceres. So we're going to see two boss fights at the same time. Well, depending on how quickly Army gets through this Ghidorah. Herc is going for a quick kill on Box, so might be done by the time that Army's boss fight starts. Yep. Herc is done with Box just as Ceres shows up. Cat Jam! We're gonna Cat Jam it up! Cat Jam it up! But Herc only finds a missile tank in the data room behind Box. So that boss didn't pay off. Maybe Ceres will pay off. Who knows? We'll see in a moment. In the meantime, Herc is going to continue his checks in Sector 3. That one's just 3D. Army defeating Ceres, still has the core to deal with. Should only take 2 shots, yep. And Herc just picked up something, but I missed what it was. Did anyone see what Herc just picked up? Ceres was also just an energy tank, so neither boss having anything. Oh, Herc got a missile tank. Yeah, I thought it wasn't a major, but I couldn't see for sure. And Herc is leaving Sector 3. Did not check Lava Maze. Well, he can check Lava Maze, but I mean, he didn't go check Gary. Didn't go in that direction. And Army doing his last checks here in the left upper part of Sector 4. Has to do the speed booster trick here, and we'll see if there's no major here. Will he? Yeah, he's checking to see if he can see what the item is here underneath. I think that wasn't a major. I think that was just a missile or PB tank, but I couldn't entirely see. In the meantime, Herc has entered Sector 6. Now ArmyofWon doing that check behind the diffusion here with the power amp that you need to freeze while it's still small. just an E-tank here. I don't think Army can check anything else in Sector 4 right now, so he will be leaving. Yeah, Herc picked up Varia in Sector 3, so he can do Sector 6. Oh! There was still this check. I thought he had already done it, but it's Plasma Beam. Oh! And Herc hasn't gone there yet, so Army is now technically 2 items away from go mode. But still has to go to Sector 3 on open green locks and just explore a lot of places that Herc's already been, while Herc is checking Sector 6. So yeah, they've very much diverged. Army has done Sector 4 and found Plasma there, while Herc is just looking elsewhere and not really finding anything big yet. He did get super missiles. The audio changed again, and now it's synced properly, I think. On Herc's side. Sector 6 is super today! Sector 6 is super! Thanks for asking! Oh no! Why did that pop into my head? Oh no. South Park, you were one hell of a drug in the late 90s and early 2000s. And Army has entered Sector 2 again, I believe. Yep, this is Sector 2. He's going to be going through lower Sector 2. He can do quite a few checks there now that he has bomb data and whatnot that he didn't have when he entered here at the very start. Herc didn't find anything in Sector 6 aside from supers, and it's just bailing on it. I don't think he can check all that much there, much else. And he is also going Sector 2, so they're now converging in Sector 2, aside from Army having done Sector 4 and getting Plasma there, and Herc having checked Sector 3 and Sector 6, but not really finding any majors of importance. I agree with Chat, South Park is still a drug nowadays, but it's not nearly as relevant as it was back in the day, and, you know, I've grown up, I don't care much about it anymore, aside from, I guess, some weird nostalgia. But South Park is problematic in a lot of ways, so whatevs. Army only finding a PB there. Army going to check Oasis and Wonderwall. Oasis is just PB. Army not going for the underwater wall jumps to get up there quicker. Only a PB at Wonderwall either. Oh, he's going for the... Well, he went... Yeah. The underwater wall jumps. He tried, but it didn't really pay off, so he just did it the regular way there. Herc hot on Army's heels, but does not have Plasma, of course. Plasma is not really in an obscure place in Sector 4, so should be able to find that. But if Army were to find Go mode somehow here in Sector 2 and just be able to then blaze towards red locks in the end, while Herc still has to find Plasma, that would be unfortunate. So that would be somewhat Jet, but so far it doesn't look like a Jet seed. Pendle Stevens saying Wonderwall is definitely not the best Oasis song. Today was gonna be the day that we're gonna throw back to you. By now you should somehow realize what you're not to do. I'm leaving. That wasn't paying out. That wasn't working out. I don't believe... I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, I should have stopped that. Oh. Yeah, I don't think this is going to get DMCA'd over a bit of my singing. Wig-wag mode. I'm not sure what you mean by wig-wag mode. Plasma was behind. I forget what that monster's name is called. But if you go into Sector 4 and go down, it's left of a monster and the gate in Sector 4. Super/wave gate. Electric water. One check in Sector 4 that requires lower water, grab, or wave. Yeah. Do you all just hate Wonderwall or my voice, or that I'm singing on a stream where, you know, risk of DMCA, I guess? Would be very weird if the stream got tagged just because of the singing. Well, my whole point is that Wonderwall is a good song. I don't agree with the premise of Wonderwall not being a good song. My sing! Well, you know, I'm not gonna say that I'm the best singer. And it's a bit difficult to do singing while also doing commentary. Oasis hates the song. Well, you know, if it's the song they're known for the most. A lot of artists hate their most popular songs because they don't want to have to keep doing the song over and over again, and they don't feel like it's their best work or the one they should be recognized for the most, or yeah. But that's a whole other thing. And also, of course, it's valid to not like Oasis. Sorry, folks. I just like singing, you know. Army has left Sector 2 and has entered Sector 3, so he's going to be doing the checks that Herc already did, while Herc is still going through Sector 2. So far, neither of them has really found anything else that they need. Of course, Herc's still needing that plasma from Sector 4. Okay, I could sing that one, but yeah, I'm thinking I shouldn't sing anymore on the stream after the reaction I got a moment ago. But that's it. I like singing All Star. So I prefer. I personally prefer my favorite. I'm blanking on their name now. Smash Mouth song is "Walking on the Sun," which was also their first breakout hit. Kind of before All Star, it was their first hit. Spice Girls. Now that's a song that I don't think I could quite pull off. I don't have quite the range for that. Herc leaving Sector 2 as Army unlocks green doors. And Every says, I wonder who checks inventory first. I think that's quite a ways off. And yeah, neither has charge. I mean, technically, Grav might be on Tori, but only if they find charge first. Listening to Margaritaville. Margaritaville is a very hated song, but I don't know. I don't think it's worst. I mean, there's music I certainly like far less than country and then kind of song that Margaritaville is, but well, that's not exactly what we're here for anyway. Okay, Army picking up various suit, while Herc has entered Sector 5. I missed if Herc did the speed locked check in Sector 5 at the start. He didn't do the speed check. Yeah, I thought so. Didn't have the room. Oh. Yeah, right now Army is ahead, just because he's already been to Sector 4 and found Plasma Beam there. But it's just the routing's diverged. It diverged first, then it converged again in Sector 2, and now it's diverged again. And it all depends on the routing from here on, how it just turns out. Army is doing checks that Herc already made, but Herc is doing new checks. So it's pretty close, really. As soon as Herc goes to 4, he will find the plasma, and then everything's possible. Army doing box as Herc unlocks yellow doors, which makes sense considering that gravity has not been found yet. Might as well just open more locations while you're already in Sector 5. Also, folks, always feel free to give feedback on my commentary. I'm still learning, and if you don't like anything I'm saying or feel like I should be focusing on something else or saying something specific, feel free. Oh, Herc finding wave beam here in Sector 5, and that's aiming disabled. Yeah, rip. Press F in chat. But also finding screw attack. Ooh. I feel like this is starting to get a bit spicy here. With the screw attack, Tex could go anyway. It's now a bit of a bit of a gamble where anything could be. It's getting hard to really know where the logic wants you to go. People are speculating in chat, but yeah, Army's going Sector 5 after doing Sector 3. He didn't go towards Gary either. Herc is still in Sector 5, so Army is now kind of following Herc, but of course has a plasma beam already. Herc doing these underwater wall jumps to get up there. I hope he did make it, and he didn't drop it. He almost fell there, it looked like, but he didn't. Army made a save in Sector 5 and is now leaving again. Where is he going? Is he going sectors? Oh, he's going main deck. He can, yeah, he can do the green door checks, right of animals and animals, and I guess he can check if there's a major at the PB locked area, but he doesn't have PBs yet, power bombs. Herc seeing that there's a missile tank in the Sector 5 data room. Yeah, this I was just saying he could check this army, but it was only an E-tank. And he's now checking animals and rights of animals, as Herc is checking the crow's nest. Only seeing a missile tank there. Blue is doing the tracking, by the way. It's a bit weird doing solo commentary. I'm kind of just trying to describe what's going on, give some info, while also interacting with chat, just because I don't have a co-commentator to interact with. Herc's audio desynced again. Yeah, it sounds like. That's weird. I could switch to Army's sound. Oh, Herc finding gravity suit here in Sector 5. Oh, wow. So we are no mode -1. We know where plasma is, we know where gravity is. Army doesn't have gravity yet. Herc doesn't have plasma yet, and charge is just to be found somewhere. So charge is kind of just, we're kind of in hunt mode for charge. Chad loves talking with commentators, and I love talking with you folks when I can. So thank you. Linkshot saying called it. I don't know what you called Linkshot. And we haven't seen any soft locks yet. No. Almost made a nightmare space boost. I said no mode -1. I hope my English is good enough. I mean, I hope you can understand me well enough. I'm Belgian, but English is my second language, and I feel like sometimes my accent might be a bit difficult to understand. I guess, but I did hope it was clear when I was saying no mode -1. I mean, between the two racers combined, it should be no mode -1. Yeah. That's what I was trying to communicate. I mean, I'm picking up that screw tech. He's also probably gonna find his gravity suit soon. While Herc is now doing checks in... Oh, he's still in Sector 5. Sorry, I was confused for a second. Oh, he's found his wide beam. Oh, aiming re-enabled. His wave beam has been undone. Well, not undone, but, you know, the the disabling of aiming has been undone. And Herc with gravity can now go unlock red doors here in lower Sector 4. The area known as worst room in the game for some reason didn't have anything. By the way, just so you folks know, my voice is starting to get slightly hoarse because I did not expect having to commentate, well, doing commentary again today after already doing shift earlier, and I also did a stream on my own channel before that. So I've had to talk a lot today, more than I usually do. So, and just make sure to hydrate. I just did as well. Especially when talking a lot, it's important to hydrate, but just in general, do it. Yeah, red doors, there we go. So Herc just has to go to Sector 4, find his plasma there, and then just find charge somewhere for both of them. Army trying to do the underwater wall jumps here that Herc did successfully earlier. I don't think he wants to reset right now, so he's just gonna have to keep trying at this. I don't know if you can do this using both walls if it's underwater. Yeah, I don't think you can. You have to do single wall jumps. The fortunate thing about this routing is Herc will end up in lower Sector 4 near where Plasma is already, so he will get that pretty soon, I think. Oh, he's not quite ending up where I thought he would. Okay, no, he's going to do other stuff in Sector 4 first, so it's not going to be as quickly as I thought it would be. But probably still not going to take that long. While Army is still stuck in Sector 5. Any speculation on where charge beam is, anyone? Does anyone have any ideas? Could be anywhere. I mean, I'm calling Crumble City just because I like Crumble City. And if it's not Crumble City, I'm calling Nightmare just because I like Nightmare. But technically, at this point, it could be in so many places. People are calling Box 2. Lower Sector 6, yeah, it could be Box 2 or Megacorex. No, we saw Army do Ceres. It wasn't Ceres. Ceres only had an energy tank. Charge on Crumble City, yeah, that would be nice. Pre-Yakuza checks, I believe you mean Reactor Silo. Possible. The racers don't have PBs yet, so they can't do the main deck PB checks yet. It's gonna be interesting to see. Herc should now be going towards, yeah, he should be here going towards the area where Plasma is. And Army finally picking up his gravity suit just as Herc is picking up his Plasma beam. And suddenly, it's a completely open race. Both racers are in the exactly same situation regarding items, and they are both Go Mode -1. Herc has technically done more checks, so he is kind of in the lead indeed, but it all depends on the routing now. Well, also Herc has opened up red doors, so I guess that puts him solidly in the lead, but still, it all depends on the checks, as I was just saying. If Army just goes to the right area now and happens to find charge very quickly and then goes open red doors while Herc is still looking all other places, it could be a very tight race. Herc only finding a power bomb tank in Sector 4 data room. Around 4 minutes ahead, yeah, that sounds about right, I think. So far I've seen bets on charge on Yakuza, Box 2, Crumble City. Those seem to be the main ones that people currently believe in. Sadly, Notori is also being bet on. Sadly, Ridley is not a possibility. Ridley could have gravity, but not charge or plasma. And gravity has been found, so we're definitely not seeing Ridley. So I guess charge could still be found elsewhere in Turian, technically. Army going towards red door, towards unlocking red doors now that he has gravity, while Hercules, I think he's going back into Sector 2 for Crumble City, but I just missed where he was actually going, so let me see. Yeah, oh no, he's in Sector 1. Oh, he's going towards the Sector 1 tree connector. Or not. Is he doing the quick run through? Yeah, he's doing the quick run through of Sector 1 to just go check Crumble City, I guess. I suppose it's probably quicker than doing it the other route, I'm not sure, but I'm sure people in chat can say it. Oh, he's going towards Torian! Oh wow, Herc is checking Torian! Now this is a play, oh wow, this is surprising. I did not expect it. I was just saying it could theoretically be in Torian, but this is one hell of a hard read for Herc here. Herc's gonna find charge at Animorphs. Where's Animorphs? Is that the place where you kill the thing in the box and then it turns into the other creature and then you kill that one and the golden space pirate that you kill? Army finding white beam. So now they're exactly linked up on items. Army didn't have white beam earlier. And he's going towards Redlocks as Herc resets out of Turian. It was if Herc thinks he's ahead, or if he has the time for it, it's certainly not a bad play necessarily to go check. It's if it pays off, you know that it's unlikely that your opponent has checked there already or is going to check there anytime soon. Yeah, Yeah, it's certainly something that's usually more towards last location. So, but you know, you have to count on it paying off at that point. Now Herc is going through some other checks in lower sector 4 that he hasn't done yet. While Army is now opening red doors also in sector 4. And oh, Herc is now going towards sector 2. Okay, so he's gonna do Notori and Crumble City, I believe. Oh, he wanted to shine Spark through there, but he missed it up. Oh, he's not doing either Notori or Crumble City. He's just going through directly to Sector 1. Huh. What is Herc doing here? Is he going to check Watering Hole? Oh, he didn't check this yet. Oh. Oh, that explains. He didn't check that yet. Okay, he's just picking that up. I forget what that location in Sector 1 is called. But if you haven't done that yet, you might as well get it out of the way now and then go right back to Sector 2 and check Notori and Crumble City first. I feel like where you are in... yeah, you might as well now check Crumble City. You're close to it. And we know Herc can do Crumble City even without Space Jump, but it's not necessary whatsoever to go and actually get items here because they're both just crap. Double trash, as chat calls it. Army is also leaving Sector 4 through the connector to Sector 2. And as Herc is going back the other way, Herc not checking Notori and hasn't checked Suzabi either. Herc is avoiding bosses hard here, which could pay off and could also really hurt him. But Army has also only done Ceres, I believe. Also hasn't really... oh, Herc has gone through the 4-6 connector to just straight to 6. Yeah, that was indeed a high five. That was clearly a high five there. We've already seen a few high fives, Urvo, so you can scratch it off your bingo card. Army's just very much following the route here that Herc's doing now, except he has done fewer checks, but he's also going kind of the same way. Will he also go to... he hasn't gone to Sector 6 at all yet, I believe, Army, so... yeah, oh, he was going towards Sector 6, but he hasn't done yet because he sees that he hasn't done the data room yet, I think. Herc finding Power Bomb data downloads here in Sector 6. Yeah, okay, so Power Bombs, not what they want to see right now because that opens up a lot more checks. Main deck, Sector 4, probably a few other places that I can't immediately think of that have checks unlocked by Power Bombs. Yeah, Yakuza. Main deck plus Reactor Silo has like 5 checks now that you can do. So that's a good place to look after Sector 6, I think. Yeah, Yakuza was already opened by red doors. I think it's now more in logic than it was before, I guess. I don't know. Oops, all majors. Yeah, it's gonna turn out to be that kind of seed, and we're also nearing the 1 hour mark, so it's not gonna be a sub 1 hour race for sure. Which is unfortunate for me, because it's already 27 minutes before midnight here, so I'm hoping both this seed and the second seed don't go on for hours anymore. Otherwise someone might have to take over on commentary. But we'll see. I'll try to keep the fort. I'll try to hold the fort for now. Herc making this... I forget what this... I don't know what this room is called, but this is a spicy location for for any important major to be, so that would have been interesting. Nitro, we have this is game 1 of Herc versus Army, so there's going to be a second game for this match after this one ends. And also in 26 minutes on SpeedGaming 3, I believe, Logan versus Autumn, Out of Habit, is starting. Oh, Speedway it's called. Okay. I know there are a few rooms with the name Speedway or something Speedway, like Zazabi Speedway, Losers. I don't know. I find it confusing a bit sometimes. But Herc making short work of Box 2, as Army is also exploring Sector 6 as I thought he would, but I hadn't seen it yet. They kind of focused on Herc's screen and chat more, just because Herc is kind of ahead. And this, you are hearing Cat Jam World Tour. This box 2 area might have charge, but so far we're not seeing anything. Space Boost Motorway. Is it? I'm hearing two different names, Speedway or Space Boost Motorway. Her going into the restricted zone. Might charge be in outer space? We will see here in a moment. As Herc goes into... Oh, he didn't shine spark into outer space. Well, he shine sparked through the blocks, but he didn't go all the way through. He just went straight back down. That was very nicely done, by the way, to be able to do... To still have the shine spark to get back down and leave via Sector 6 instead of going into Turian again. That was... Oh, Hundo strats. Oh, okay, I didn't know that's Hundo strats. Very nicely done in any case. No, not Gomo chat. We're still looking for charge here. And it's either going to be in Sector 6 or main deck or some obscure checks. So far, it doesn't look like it's in Sector 6. Did Herc do Megacore X Army did? I don't know if Herc did. Charge is mandatory because you technically need it to defeat the SCX. But it's just decided by the randomizer logic. Barrycore needs charge to spawn. Oh, okay, that explains. I thought Army had just spotted, but no. Yeah, indeed. They do need charge to spawn Barrycore or Megacore X, however it's called. Chat, it's getting kind of hard to follow what's going on in the race while I'm also being told stuff in chat a lot. So I'm just gonna try to focus on the race itself a bit more. Chat was getting a bit too distracting there. Also, we're still cat jamming out here. Put those cat jams in chat, people. Wow, we're digging this tune. Actually, this tune gets annoying if you keep hearing it after a few minutes, but it's still funny. Cat jam. Oh yeah. So Army now checking Motor Boost Speedway or whatever it's called, as Herc looks like he's leaving Sector 5. Yep, Herc leaving Sector 5 as Army is fighting Box 2. Oh no, he's going towards the nightmare. Oh, yeah. Herc is going towards the nightmare area. Xbox, Box 2, Xbox. I don't know. Either name works as far as I'm aware. Oh, Herc didn't go to the nightmare area after all. He's back in Sector 3. I'm getting confused about routing here. I don't know the map quite well enough, probably. I'm surprised he didn't go to the Nightmare area. He's going towards the others. Oh, he didn't check. Oh yeah, he's doing some PB checks. Yeah, now that he has power bombs, he's gonna be making some PB checks. Nightmare is one check. I thought there were a few other checks, but he might have done those already. He might route in White Core on Gary, indeed. That is true. But, yeah, there's just a lot of errant checks all over the place now that her can do with PBs. Well, we're still jamming out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lava Maze here. Let's see if Lava Maze is ending. Nope, also PBs. And he's indeed going towards Gary Frank RZ, as I like to call him. Frank R are his middle names. or White Core X is also the other name. But I like Gary Frank RZ. Frank can have charge, I believe. I know Frank can have gravity because we've seen that in the tourney at least once or twice already. But yeah, I don't see why Gary couldn't have charge. Ooh. Well, Gary didn't have anything. Army is also now doing PB checks, so Army is getting pretty close. He's not far behind anymore. And with Herc, his Gary play not panning out, it depends. If Army doesn't go that way, he might well stumble upon charge before Herc does. I think it's getting very close now. Sorry, got a bit distracted there for a second. Herc checking the... I forget the shafts. It's called a shaft here, but I forget if there's a specific name for that location. But it was nothing. As he shined spark through, he got a missile, and the other thing was also trash, so... Garbage chute. Okay, garbage chute. That's good to know. Express elevator. Oh yeah, I think I've heard express elevator. I've also heard garbage chute. Garbage chute. Sorry, my English is yeah. Sometimes a little bit hard to pronounce words, I guess. Especially when we've been talking a lot. But yeah, it was nothing, and they just keep checking. Army is indeed going towards Gary, so well, or at least Lava Maze, so it's not necessarily time lost for the Herc to have done that. As Herc is going towards main deck, which feels like a good play now, because there are, between main deck and Reactor Shadow, there's 5 checks to be made. It's certainly possible for it to be there. It's like one of the most dense places left. Come on, folks, let's just focus on the race itself. Herc Herc making checks here, not finding anything so far. This music is just keeping the hype alive, it's just so adrenaline. Taco Bunny mod, Herc is slightly ahead in checks, but it's very close. Right now it's just whoever finds charge can go fight SCX first and will be likely to win, of course, but it could be very close. Depending on when they find charge and where, it could still be anyone's game, really. Ooh, French bread pizza. I hope you enjoyed that, Autumn. And that's that's commentators talking about food. Well, just the food. Marked off on bingo. I didn't even think about it. I just saw French bread in China. I was like, ooh. I have pizza. Yes. F-biz. Pizza. F-pizza. Whatever's. Yeah, okay. So Herc not finding anything in main deck so far, but is going to fight Yakuza. I would say I was impressed by the French bread, but I am like wanting it. Now I guess. Also, if I were to say I was impressed by the French bread, I wouldn't be impressed by one of the racers' plays, right? But let me just say, chat. As someone who is a scrub at this game, I have been very impressed by these runners throughout this entire race. So it's not a high standard for me. Like, you don't have to be the best player in this game to impress me in this game, because I'll be relatively easily impressed. Because I can't do any of the shit. I take 2 to 3 hours to finish a seat. So, and that's with help. Yakuza only had a PB tank, it looked like, so the hunt is still on. Main deck was not the answer. What is there left? There's a check in Sector 4 left that we've seen was not a major, I think, so that's not it. Where else could it be? I'm having a hard time coming up with... Oh, Notori they haven't checked? And Herc is going into Sector 2. Could it be on Notori? Animorphs? Animorphs, Notori, or Nightmare. Oh, the Nightmare Dream is still alive. We had Go Mode on Nightmare in an earlier race today, I think. Or, yeah, Gravity was on Nightmare. And Nightmare could be the answer in this one as well. Have we seen the Speedway after Zaza B? That's also a good question. I don't think we have, but I'm not sure. Okay, oh. Yeah? Zazabi Speedway was nothing, so we're still either looking at Notori, Animorph Centurion, or Nightmare. As Army, I think Army, yeah, checking Watering Hole. Did we check Watering Hole already? It's just missiles. I don't know if Herc already checked Watering Hole, but now we saw that it's nothing. Animorphs would indeed be cursed because Herc already went into Torian. Yeah, it's a nice reference. Animorphs was an underrated book series, I think. Yeah, yeah, the show wasn't particularly good. That's a whole other thing. But the books were lovely. I loved the Animorphs books back in the day. So I read them in Dutch because, you know, being Belgian. Dutch or Flemish is my native tongue, so I grew up reading Animorphs in Dutch. But if I were to read them again now, actually I did read a little bit of one recently, I think, because I kind of found, through Tumblr, I found a website. I shouldn't really go into that now. That's besides the point. Let's focus on the race! Let's focus on the race! Good luck with your race, Autumn, on SpeedGaming 3. We are having Autumn Out of Habit versus Logan in 10 minutes. So if you want to see that, you can watch both races at the time. Her going back into Turian. Did he check Notori? I don't think he checked Notori and Nightmare. He's just going straight back and hoping it's Animorphs, I guess. While Army is doing Yakuza. Well, right, Reactor Cell, and presumably also checking Yakuza. Which we already saw Herc do, was nothing. So, cat jam roll too, yeah. And we've been cat jamming all over the map with Herc. Yeah, I think he must be quite tired of the music by now. Someone in chat said, surprised Herc didn't forget this. Yeah, it's nice on Herc that he remembered this, but yeah, I think Herc wouldn't easily forget about it. He's resetting out since it was only missiles, so now we know it's either Nightmare or Notori or some obscure check that we completely forgot about. F4 Animorphs in chat. Someone in chat saying this could put Army ahead of its Notori. I don't know. Herc is already at Notori, so if it's Notori, Herc is still gonna be ahead. It's not RIP Cat Jam yet, we're still here in Cat Jam. Red legs! I mean, he doesn't even have legs anymore at that point, Yakuza. He's just a weird head bouncing around. Powerbomb tank. Okay, so it's gotta be Nightmare or something we completely forgot about. Okay, so if we're lucky, it's our my favorite Slimy TV Cat Girl, once again with the Go mode. We're commissioning that Shine Spark, but it doesn't really matter. Not particularly a time loss, and Army is still behind anyway. Question is, where will Army go now? Cat boy? Hard to say, really. Could also be gender neutral, or, you know, whatever. It's some kind of Slimy TV cat thing. Or cat person. Cat being. We saw Crumble. Crumble was nothing. Crumble only had, I think, Powerbomb tanks or missile tanks, something like that. Mega TV Slime Cat something. Herc going back into lower sector 4. Did he skip something here? Did we see Crab Battle? I don't know if we saw Crab Battle. I don't recall seeing Crab Battle. Thunderdome. I'm not sure where Thunderdome is. And yeah, Herc also hasn't checked Ceres, I believe. Oh! Oh my god, it's here. It could have been gotten a while ago, I guess, but well, they still need a power bomb, so yeah, okay. RIP the dream of having Go mode on Nightmare again. But Herc is in Go mode with that charge beam pickup. And now he can just head straight out of lower sector 4. Picking up Powerbomb tank by accident, but it's fine, since, well, he's probably feeling the pressure, but we know he's well ahead because Army is still doing other checks fighting Zazabi here. And as Herc is just gonna go head straight towards the SAX. Yeah, if you get PB, I mean, if you get power bombs, it puts power bombs into checks into a logic. It's logical that it does seem logical that then it might be on one of those checks, but there were a lot of checks. It just happened that this was among the last to be made. So yeah, it's just this seat was just so open. It could have really been anywhere. Near hundo check indeed. Oops, all majors. Yeah, it happens. Indeed a trash pot, but we got it. And Herc will, assuming he doesn't die. Oh, he doesn't save. Oh, Herc going for the risk. I would have saved there personally, but that's just me. Assuming Herc doesn't die, he will finish around the 120. But yeah, now this is bring some spice into the situation. If he dies, I mean, I don't think he will, but if he dies, oh god, it would be painful, and everything is open again, because Army, well, he's a bit behind where Herc was with the checks, but it's likely that he goes towards that second fourth check soon. I guess that's called Thunderdome. Herc making very short work of the SAX phase 1 and 2. Now we're just the Ice Corex, I think this is called. He's doing some doubles. Very nice. Keep up the good work, Herc. Get those doubles, and there we go. Yep. Short work of the SAX. As Army defeats Notori and gets bad news there of just a powerbomb tank. And the orbit change has been implemented, so Samus has set the BSL research station to collide with planet SR-388. So mean. Samus just wants to destroy everything, don't you think? Well, in the context of the vanilla game, it makes sense, but in this fusion randomizer, you don't really have context aside from X bad, must destroy. So now 3 questions left. 1. Will Herc get the swag spark? 2. Will Herc defeat the Omega Metroid? And will he stun lock it? And will he not die? Oh! Not quite a full swag spark, but still a nice attempt. As Herc faces the Omega Metroid, our final questions will be answered. Charge was in Thunderdome. One of the final checks to be made after getting PBs. Come buckets. And Army, indeed, as I said, not too far behind, finally getting that charge beam as well. But yeah, her got stun lock and has defeated Omega Metroid. And it's gonna be a 118-15, roughly. As Herc has won game 1. GG's to Herculesbenchpress. Well done, Herc! Damn! That was oh, my apologies, I shouldn't have said it. Wow, I meant... That was exciting! uh, it's been rough doing a lot of commentary and doing solo commentary, but GG, man, that was a well done. That was kind of almost last check. What were your thoughts on that? Herc still getting ready to talk here, I
I
guess.
can't hear. Hang on.
Oh, you can't hear me. Oh. Well, I guess Herc didn't hear what I said. uh,
Hey, for some reason, I'm having issues with my headphones.
oh, that sucks. Ah, I should probably stop commentary soon. I'm kind of just messing up a lot now.
Hey, Clueless, you're banned from
Goodness.
making seeds. This is terrible.
These were backup seats, so
Oh, jeez. What a dumb place for charge after being forced to get power bombs. Like, what the heck?
yeah. Army was behind you the whole way. You were just slightly
Okay.
ahead, but yeah, it was just really weird how
Sounds
you both
familiar.
made all the other checks and then just almost last check
It
for the
it kind of basically was for me. I mean, the fact that we had what we had, you know, we were just one item away from go mode. I was kind of like picking and choosing which items like I didn't want to like check because they might have taken just a bit too long, and I figured that Army might have checked them anyway. And my rationale was, okay, the race is still going on, and we've had basically all of the items except for charge for like 30 minutes now. So if he did check this item and it was charge, which I assume that he did, then the race should be over. And then once I got power bombs, I was just checking all of the power bomb locations because I knowing this, you know, how it likes to spit out seeds, how it likes to lead one item into the next, like in progression behind specific things. It was like, okay, well, I guess it's gonna have to be power bomb, you know, locked for charge beam. So I just started going through and just looking at all of the power bomb ones.
Yeah, that seems to be how the logic usually turns out, and certainly worked out to be that way here. But yeah, it was very open, just how it opened up the seed. It could have been anywhere near the end, so it was just unfortunate that it was just one of those last locations. I was personally hoping for Nightmare, but that was going to be your very last check, probably.
That was going to be my very last check. That would have been check 117 or 116, whatever it is. Or well, I guess like 12 since I didn't check like 3 or 4 other items, but whatever.
Let's see whether Army makes a swag spark here. No? No, dropped it. But yeah, he's gonna be about 4.5 minutes or 5 minutes behind you as you both finish the seed, but you won game 1. Showing the jumps there. Oh, that was just... Omega Metroid is just as upset as Army is about that seed. Pogo.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So, got any feelings going into C2 in a moment?
Yeah. I feel dead inside.
Oh, that's so negative. Come on.
I mean, you know the situation. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get these out of the way before Dread on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean that's a good attitude, right? Just keep the tourney going. That's what we're all trying to do now.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people
Definitely.
are going to be distracted with Dread, so it's probably going to be a bit more difficult to get races scheduled. Yeah, so I think it's a good thing that you try to do that. And Army finishing off the seed, did not forfeit, did finish.
That's good.
Will
Yeah,
he?
it was was it 4 minutes and like 48 seconds or something
Yeah,
like that?
and Army's in our chat as well for a post-race interview.
GG.
Freaking charge beam, man.
I don't want to talk about it.
I grabbed it seconds before you got done.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
man. So I went ahead and finished up the seed.
It was
I was in such a bad location, and like as soon as we got power bombs in the back of my head, I was like, you know, I should probably go back to lower sector 4 because that's probably where I would put it. But I was like, nah, I'm just gonna check all of the other like obscure power bomb locations first before I go all the way back down there. And I'm like, man, I should have come down here like 20 minutes ago.
I even went further than obscure power bomb locations, and I was fighting bosses without charge. I fought Yakuza, I fought Notori, I fought Box 2.
My last boss, I didn't fight Saris, but my last like check basically was going to be Nightmare, and if it wasn't there, like I was gonna go fight Nightmare if it wasn't there, because I was also doing the same thing. I was like, well, I'm already here at Yakuza's lair. I may as well just fight him because of the in the off chance. I'm like, there's no way, right?
Right.
We got to do this again?
Bad seeds.
We got to do this again? Oh, God. Can I get mouthwash first?
I mean, you could now, in the few minutes between this race and the next one.
I'll settle for a stick of gum.
Is this what it feels like to chew 5 gum? Because I don't like it.
I mean, if I had 5 gum, I would chew it.
Whatever helps you get you through the pain of this seed, as we hopefully have a more pleasant seed in the next race coming up in a few minutes.
Army, have you seen those like how it feels to chew 5 gum like meme videos on YouTube?
Well, so the funny thing is, I was actually joking about that earlier. About whenever Samus gets her Varia suit, she doesn't figure out, she doesn't experience how it feels to chew 5 gum in Sector 6. So I was just joking about that earlier.
All I can think is that our series of runs has just been like one of those meme videos where like this kid just runs and like runs headfirst into a door and jumps into it and puts his head through the door. Like that's what these seeds have felt like, dude. It's been so bad.
Oh man. Well, just as soon as we get our second seed, Clue. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
I got it too. Yeah, I was occupied for a second now doing that, but yeah, we're gonna get the second race started
Metroid
here in a minute.
Booster Super.
Let's hope that one is more to your
Plasma's
liking.
on Omega Metroid, guys.
It won't be.
I don't think that's quite possible, but it would be funny to see.
Keep putting these items in obscure locations so I have a chance of beating Army. Then again, I did. I beat you. To be fair, I beat you 3 times while being
3-0.
Like I've been ahead apparently in every single match, so like whatever. I just got to pick the right direction after sectors 1 and 2, and then I guess I'll win. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so
we have a race time room.
Doesn't look like it. I'll open one.
Eject.
Okay, there's a race time room. So yeah, we're just gonna get the second race set up here, and we'll be back with that in a moment. I think Next Gen Gamer 9 is going to be taking over commentary from me.
Oh,
so
sick.
yeah, I hope everyone will enjoy that. Yeah, let's get it going.
Wow,
See
I'm
you in
even
game
first.
5, Herc.
I'm even first in the new race time room. Crazy.
It isn't popping up for me. Come on, thank you.
I'll see you in game 5, bud.
Yeah,
Good luck.
see you,
Game
folks.
5.
Or well, this is game 4.